Well, that's it. Season's come to a close. I thank Cady and Maxie and the team for a good year. One that had some ups and downs. Didn't quite end like we wanted it to. And I thought today was a pretty good college basketball game, pretty hard fought. A few times I thought we had an opportunity to pull away and took some tough shots and didn't make some plays. And then when we cut it to one, when we were playing well, making some shots and plays, the kid Lewis made a huge three in the corner there. 22% from three, once again, has been one of our Achilles heels. At least we hit the boards pretty good, and I thought forced some tempo. That's a tough way for us to go out with a team that I thought had a chance to advance here and could make some noise.
All right, questions for the players, please. Raise your hand. We have mics. Matt.
Cady, for you guys, as well as you started the game, what changed and that allowed them to sort of get back in and take over?
Probably started taking a lot more shots, being a lot more aggressive on the offensive end, and they just started taking a lot more shots as a team and just going to the rim and just getting foul calls.
Cady, you guys, very physical game tonight. A lot of banging in there, a lot of hard hits. I mean, was that the kind of game you guys feel that you guys had to play tonight to kind of show a little oomph and push some guys around and try to get in like that?
Yeah, I mean, all 3 times we played them, they've been like that, a physical game. So we already knew it was going to be a physical game coming into it. We just thought we was going to pull this one through.
Other questions for the players? All right, guys, good to go. Thank you. All right, questions for Coach Kellogg? Anyone? Back here.
I'm good, too.
They're just shy.
Derek, what would they do specifically on Cady after kind of that hot start? He sat and then came back in, and then I don't think he had a point for about 10, 15 minutes of game time.
Well, I mean, obviously, like most teams this season, it's been just crowd them. In the weak side guard, just kind of sits in the paint. But I also thought Cady got tired a little bit there at in that stretch run because we got him the ball 2 or 3 times right underneath the basket, and they were able to kind of take it out of his hands. So it was a combination of both things. He probably played a little too much there in that first half, and I thought they did a better job of getting back on defense and kind of slowed him down some.
Coach, CJ, played some big minutes at point guard, showed some things. Were you happy with the way he handled himself and the composure he had in this game?
Yeah, I thought CJ showed some great things, especially in the first half there where he exclusively played the point for us and, was getting in the paint, making plays. Has good size at his position, can get to a spot on the floor. Some of it was just maturity and me trying to play some of those other guys in the second half, and maybe he could have played a little bit more there. But he showed some good fight and good toughness and some of the things that I was looking for.
Derek, there were a number of plays down the stretch. You guys got some putbacks. It seemed like the tempo was starting to pick back up. Did it feel like it was starting to turn to go back in the kind of the pace that was more favorable to
I thought we were going to win, honestly. And then the play that was kind of a gut-wrenching punch in the face, stomach, whatever you want to call it, was the 3 in the corner with the shot clock winding down. Some years those go your way. We've had that happen for us many, many times this year and even in the past. And sometimes when you're on, when you're not playing, winning as many games as you would like, those seem to go the opposite way. And so that was really a killer. And then them not missing many free throws down the stretch was tough too.
Matt first.
Derek, after the GW game, you talked and some of your guys talked about whether or not your guys wanted it. You felt like the way guys went after rebounds, guys went after balls, that they came playing like they did want it today?
Yeah, I thought we won the hustle points or the toughness points for the most part. We out-rebounded them. We really killed them on the boards for a while. We came up with some loose balls, and both teams were kind of going head up. But I thought the plays that are important to me as a coach we came up with. Now, the missed shots and some of those things. We might not have done that, but the toughness plays and the effort plays, I thought we did a good job tonight. And the guys came in like they wanted to win a game and try to win a championship.
Derek, you lost Jabari in like 12 seconds in that first half. How much did that take out of the flow of what you wanted to do with that second unit?
Well, he ended up playing 13 minutes in the second half. So normally he would play 13 in that first half, and he gives us one more scoring option, some speed and ball pressure that helps us some, and kind of mixed up our rotation some. But I thought it gave CJ a chance to play, and he did fairly well. So, maybe they would have played together. I'm not sure. Hadn't really had much time to think about that particular situation, but he's a big part of what we do. And when we've played well at times, he's been a guy that scored the ball and made plays.
Derek, this was Donte's second 23-point performance against LaSalle this season. Coming into today, was it kind of a conscious thing to maybe get him some more shots than usual against LaSalle? Was that something you saw coming in?
It's been a conscious thing for me for a while to try to get him going because I think he's a kid that has a good upside and can really score the ball. Somebody who should be in double digits most of the time. And he's starting to really get that hunger and that toughness and that desire to do that. And, today I told him to be really aggressive on the offensive end of the floor. And when he does that, you'll see 23 points and 6 rebounds and things of that nature.
2 questions for you, Derek.
Yes.
Other than the late 3, was there a play or maybe a series that you'd like to have back? And then second question would be, would you guys accept a bid if an invitation comes to one of the other tournaments?
That's a twofold and a good one. There's a couple runs where we were up 7, one or two in the first half that I would like those particular scenarios back because I thought the guys played by themselves for a little while there. We took some tough shots and guys played one-on-one and then they got a couple easy baskets. In a tight game, those 4 or 5 point swings can be killers. And I thought that was kind of one of the points where we maybe lost the game or could have pulled ahead. And I think if obviously if the NIT invites us, we would go to that. But I think if not, we'll call it a year and get those other guys ready for the future and help Cady and Maxie get on with their careers.
Coach, you talked about Donte's aggressiveness earlier, but were you happy with the way he was getting to the basket and able to get in the lane and get some of those putbacks?
What I was really happy with is he offensive rebound, his putbacks. That was something he hasn't done. And then some of the drives and tough plays that he made was nice to see. He was probably our best offensive player, hands down, for most of the game. And when he plays that way, he's pretty tough on the offensive end of the floor.
You guys crashed down on Jarrell Wright when he got the ball down low. Is it kind of a pick your poison thing between him and Price on the outside?
Yes. And Jarrell Wright's gotten much better since the last time we played him of passing out of the double teams. We left one time and it was kind of ill-advised, and they got a layup out of it. And then actually that scramble where Khalid Lewis hit the 3 was kind of a broken play a little bit because we had trapped him and the ball bounced all over the place and then he picked it up for a 3. But yeah, I think when he can score and be effective down there, that gives them like one more option to go with Price.
Derek, this is probably a question you didn't want to have to answer, but how do you wrap up what Maxie and Cady meant to this program?
Well, I think I'm positive, although I'm a realist. Like I'm a guy that we would like to have done more and taken advantage of where we were a couple weeks back. That did not happen. But the one thing I will say about Cady and Maxie is they're going to be sorely missed when they're gone. Like a lot of players who have come through, but I think those guys. They've won a lot of games here. 20 games their first 3 years and almost 20 this year with the 7th rated non-conference schedule in the country in a very tough league that I think is as tough as any out there. And those guys have been special. They've been really become part of our family, the UMass community. They've both graduated. I told the team after the game, although we didn't win as many games as I would have liked and maybe has gone as far as I would have liked because I would like to be in a certain spot every year because that's what we are as competitors. Those guys and the guys on our team are good kids. I mean, they've graduated. They're on. The other guys are all in line to graduate. They take care of business in the community, in the classroom. And I said, now we just have to win a little bit more, and I'll like you guys. But they're good kids, and Cady and Maxie are both great kids that have been great to be around. So I'm happy for those guys that they've graduated, and now they can go train for their next part of their careers, which I think they both will be able to play somewhere professionally.
2 more questions.
I think you guys had.
I'm running out of steam too.
I think you guys had won 4 fairly close games in a row against these guys. What happened then that didn't happen today?
That's a good question. I think we've made we made a few of those late shot clock heroics in those other games, and today I felt like they made them. We got to the free throw line quite a bit more in the game 1 or game 2, and then we forced a few more turnovers in those games. And our Achilles heel at times, I think we can go back to the beginning of the year is, 4 for 18 from 3. Every time we looked at that, we were either in a dogfight or lost. I mean, that's a number that just can't happen. You got to be up around in the high 30s, mid 30s to have some success at the college level with as many threes as we're taking. They make 7, we make 4. That's 9 points. I know, I'm just teasing.